Hello, my name is Angie. My app, MusicBesties, turns strangers into besties. As human beings, we crave connections, and we all want a best friend. When I perform and I look out into the audience, I see a bunch of strangers. That is, until they come up to me afterwards and shed real tears and smile real smiles as they tell me how much the music touched them. Unfortunately, I will only get to talk to a few people before I'm rushed into a car that will put me back into an endless cycle of eat, sleep, perform. Those people I didn't have a chance to talk to could have been my future bestie. How many more opportunities of real connection are we going to waste? MusicBesties is the ultimate app, the only app necessary for artists and audiences of the 21st century. It gives audience members a direct line to artists, and vice versa. You know that discoverable artists on MusicBesties actually want to hear from you and engage with you over more than just music. MusicBesties shatters the concert halls and is the one-stop destination for your VIP ticket into the classical music world, regardless of your wealth or your musical background. Buckle up, because you now have a front row seat. Imagine the possibility of scanning an artist's unique QR code on a program, website, or lobby poster. This QR code is your key to unlocking the ultimate experience that can be enjoyed on your time, on your Sonos speaker, and on your favorite couch. After scanning the code, you will be sent directly to the artist's profile in the MusicBesties app. You can then click follow and be immersed into the world of that artist with photos and videos curated just for you. Clicking follow is just the beginning. MusicBesties allows your favorite artists to be in your pocket and pushes notifications when they are near you. MusicBesties allows you to choose and engage in your own classical music adventure. The equitable algorithm allows your likes and direct messages to actually reach your bestie. On Instagram, messages from strangers get buried, only to resurface 5 months later with total irrelevancy. This is the opposite. You can now finally reach out to the artist you heard last night, whom you couldn't say hi to because you had to rush home to get ready for tomorrow's early workday. You know the two of you would vibe so well, you want to offer to host the artist the next time they're in town. Heck, you love them so much, you want to invite them to play at your next cocktail party, or even ask for a piano lesson with payments streamlined by Apple Pay. Perhaps the two of you will bond over a trip to the botanical gardens or right before a roller coaster. Who knows who you'll meet? I got to play for Mick Jagger when a bestie invited me to play at a party. With a bestie's mindset, this network can grow serendipitously and with ease. This app will forever change the landscape of classical music on a global scale. Packed with great security features, you'll be able to connect with your future bestie without an initial awkward exchange of phone numbers or emails. The highly anticipated tip jar allows you to tip the artist directly at any time. This could result in hundreds, even thousands of dollars of revenues for hardworking artists. Kickstarter projects can also be linked in the app, assuring artists a great platform where their passion projects will be seen by those who already care. Every summer, 30,000 people come to Music Academy's campus. If half that number downloaded MusicBesties and everybody gave only $5, that's $75,000 going directly to artists. Without interference from third parties, the possibilities of curating your bestie's experience are endless. One of my besties, who is the CEO of a successful app agency in Canada, said this app will be market ready by the end of this year, is 100% feasible, and that they will create it with me. I also have besties who are leaders in their respective fields who are ready to invest. This has real potential to become the fastest growing classical music app in history. Go change your life and the life of an artist. Be a bestie. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Angie, you are definitely a bestie yourself. I mean, that was really fantastic. That was a fantastic presentation. Your enthusiasm was fantastic. And I love that, you know, at the end you gave me inspiration that it could work. because you told me someone's already interested in it, and that's wonderful for me. I have many questions, but I'm only going to ask you one right now. How will you maintain this when you're working with this possible company? Will they do the work of to create the algorithms and all the science needed behind it?
Yeah, totally. This is a start-to-finish app agency in Canada. They do everything, and they even continue to update. And that means I can take audience feedback, give it to them, and they can change codes. They can change the user interface, make it more user-friendly, make the experience just the best in the world. And they can do that within like very short amounts of time. Like he's one of my best friends, and he's a bestie. So.
How do you pay for like what's involved in, like how do you make money in the app?
Yeah, so there are multiple ways for that to happen. Right now, I do have investors who can give me upwards of $10,000, and so I want to use some seed money to get started so that I can start impacting people right away. Later on, like there can be various ways. For example, in the tip jar, maybe like on Patreon, like 0.something% of every tip, could be $100, $50, can go to the app, to the upkeep of the app, and then so that the founders and the investors can actually also have it can be mutually beneficial. So.
And is there a social network today for artists to connect to people? I just don't know if there's
There
anything
is
out there.
nothing that can really, like let's say I play tonight, unless they come up to me and there's an awkward exchange, which can sometimes involve a wrong number or a wrong something, there's no app or anything. So for me, the most important part actually of a performance is when I connect with the audience, see their faces up close, and get to talk with them. But that's so limited. That's only 10 minutes after I play. And what about like the other 900 people? I really want to hear their stories.
Fantastic presentation. Yeah, so it does sound like a little bit like Patreon, but like you said, there is nothing like quite like it, so that's excellent. I had a couple like concerns. So like you're probably, I think you're in a DMA program or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to your concert. Like how would you keep up? Like if you have too many fans, like how can you sustain communication? So that's one thing. And then the other thing, like I scanned the room, I saw the people in your photos, and just, the classical music audience in general tends to skew much older, and they may not be comfortable using apps. So just something to consider, because if your audience, they're just not going to download the app or they're not going to use it.
So I've given it a lot of thought. One way to grow the app is that you can have these be part of already orientations when your student, like at Juilliard, gets on campus and they download it because like in a week they're going to be performing their first concert in Lincoln Center. You can also, have various booths set out outside of concerts. So every time there's a concert, there can be new users. And there could be me, some dedicated people who work at, let's say Music Academy, who can be there and actually help people of all ages download the app and help set them up, because it's very easy. You just click whether you're a performer or audience member, and then you'll get immersed into your own respective world.
I'm glad you thought that out. I would just make sure you do some testing with the older crowd and see if it's as easy for them as it is for you.
Yes, for sure. Yes. I will personally fly there to make sure they will. I'll be their bestie. Okay. Thank you.